All right, because it's such a sunny day today, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to go through the basic sun salutation sequence in yoga. This is something you can do as a pre-workout, kind of a stretch. You could do a post-workout, or you can just do it if you're feeling like maybe you're low on energy, or if you just feel like you need to get a nice stretch in. This is a really good sequence to do that. It is very easy to memorize and get the flow of once you've got it broken down. So the first one I'm going to run through, I'm just going to tell you what the poses are, a little bit about the breathing as we go through it, and then we'll just run through it a couple times. Do this at your own pace. Like I said, once you get that sequence down, you're going to be able to know what poses you need to hold a little bit longer. That's, certainly they might feel better in one pose than another. If something is really tight and you want to hang out there for a little while, feel free to do so. So this is just a good little learning class on the basic sun salutation. So we are going to start off with what is called a child's pose. You've probably heard that before. Very simple pose. You're going to be down on your knees. You can have your feet, you can have your legs together, or you can have them a little bit wide. Whatever feels good to you. Find that position, and you're going to walk your hands out, and you're just going to recline down into the position. And what I want you to feel is push through your hands. So you're pushing back into your glutes sitting on your heels, or as close as you can get there. And just take a moment and take a few deep breaths here. We are going to move into what is called the tabletop position. So your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. From here, we're going to do a few rounds of cat and cow. You may have heard of this. The cat is just like an angry cat. You are going to arch your back up. Your chin is going to be looking towards your chest. You'll be looking at your knees. And you're going to take a breath in. And cow. Exhale out on cow. You are going to put a nice sway in your back, and if it feels good, you can go ahead and wiggle your butt back and forth. It's a really nice stretch in the low back, and we're going to move back into our cat pose. So again, think about that angry Halloween cat and arch your back up. Inhale and exhale. Back to cow. We're going to do this 5 more times at your own breath. So into cat. Exhale to cow. Breathe into cat. And one more round. From here, we are going to make our way to standing. And we are going to start off in what is known as a mountain pose. So your shoulders are back. Feet are together, squeezing things, not really, really tight, but just tight enough that you can feel that your muscles are working. From here, we are going to breathe our arms up overhead, inhaling. Exhale into a swan dive, forward fold. Your hands may reach the ground. If they do not, that is okay. They can be where your level of comfort is. From here, you're going to breathe halfway up. Exhale. Fold forward, and we are going to step the right leg back, followed by the left leg, and you are now in your plank position. From here, we're going to lower down slowly into what is called chaturanga, lowering the chest to the floor, and you're going to push up into cobra. Your thighs are on the floor, your feet are on the floor, you're pushing through your hands and your fingertips. Your hands are nice and flat, and your shoulders are back. And just look straight ahead to your level of where you're comfortable on your neck. From here, we are going to turn our toes under and go back to our down dog. Now in your down dog, you can stay here, or you can pedal your feet back and forth. This will give you a nice stretch through your calves and in the back of your legs, your hamstrings.
All right, and we are starting over. So your right leg comes up to your right foot, hand. Your left foot comes up to your left hand. You're gonna inhale, arms overhead, exhale, swan dive forward. Breathe up halfway. Exhale, hands to the ground. And again, you're gonna step your right leg back, followed by that left leg into your plank position. And you're gonna lower slowly down. Move up into your down dog. Remember to keep your shoulders back, your chest is open. Turn your toes under, back to down dog. And step your right leg forward and the left leg forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, relax down. Step your right leg back, step your left leg back. And down, back to up dog. Take a moment here. If you want, you can move your neck from side to side. Just kind of loosens things up a little bit, gives a nice stretch. And we're gonna go back to our down dog. Curl your toes under, push back up. And you're gonna walk your right foot forward, your left foot forward. All right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna run through this 2 more times. I will be silent. I want you to take the time to find out what spots feel good for you. If it feels good for you to hang out in down dog, you can do that. Actually, before we do that, I wanna show you a quick modification. If you don't have the upper body strength to do that chaturanga where you lower yourself to the floor, I'm gonna show you a quick modification for that. So, when you're in that position, so instead of doing this and coming all the way down and then scooping forward, when you're in your plank, from plank, you can drop your knees down and then lower your chest. And then come back up into your up dog. So that is just a modification if it's too much on your wrists or if your upper body strength, if you're just kind of starting off, it's a good modification. Or if it's one of those days where you don't really have the energy to work that hard, if you want to make it a more gentle practice, this is a good modification for that. So we'll go through 2 more times, and this time I'll just kind of be quiet and let you kind of flow through. All right, here we go. Alrighty, so you have completed your sun salutation sequence. One thing you can do once you've done that, if it's something where if you're doing this as a pre-workout warm-up, you can go ahead and get right into your workout. If this is something you're doing at the end of the day, or you just kind of want to do it as a nice relaxation, you can end just like we started in the child's pose. And I'll just show you that again. Again, you can have your legs together. You can open them up to whatever feels good for you is what you need, is the position you need to be in. And then you're gonna reach your hands forward, let your chest sink to the floor. And just stay in this pose for a moment, just to take a few deep breaths in and out. Again, pushing your hands into the floor so it feels like your glutes are getting back towards your heels, and just relax for a few minutes.
So thanks for joining me. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to try and work these in a little more often. What I would like to do, my grand plan is to have a sequence of 4 videos that you can put together to make one long class that you can kind of learn piece by piece. I know when I learned yoga at first, it was kind of confusing and everyone was so good around me and I was too busy comparing, like, how are they doing it? So I thought if I broke it up into 4 segments that you could learn one segment, practice that one for a little bit, then learn the next one, and then just eventually put it all together as a class for yourself. And the best thing about yoga is once you learn something like this, you don't even have to do a full sequence. You don't even have to do the same thing on the left side as you do with the right side. You basically do what feels good for you at the moment. For me, if I wake up in the morning and if it's my shoulders are tight, I'm just gonna go in and do shoulders. I might not even do the sun salutation like we do and be like, nope, today I need shoulders, so I'm gonna work shoulders. So the nice thing about yoga practice is you can just make it, whatever you need to be for where you're at that moment. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. Thank you, enjoy your day, and